The World Flying Disc Federation 2024 World Team Disc Golf Championship, hosted by Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, would like to acknowledge the support of event partners World Flying Disc Federation and Australian Disc Golf. Major sponsors: Government of Western Australia Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, the Shire of Mundaring, and RAD, Recreation, Activity, Design. Thank you and enjoy the coverage.
Thank you for joining us once again, Parked Media Disc Golf fans. We're at the World Team Disc Golf Championships, held at Mundaring in Perth 2024, run by the World Flying Disc Federation. We are Parked Media. My name's Jase and Matthew. I'm joined, as always, by my favourite commentary sparring partner, Matty Faz. How are you, Matty?
Yeah, I'm really good, Jason. Loving commentating on these head-to-head singles and doubles matchups. Really fun format.
Absolutely, and we're lucky enough to be joined by an ex-Australian who's traded in her Southern Cross for a dusty old Union Jack.
Ew.
Clare Hussey. Welcome, Clare.
Hello, mate.
We've got a singles and a doubles matchup today between Singapore and Thailand. Tell us who's playing.
In the singles, we have, for Thailand, Kamonchanok Chindaprom versus Singapore's Emily Wong. In the doubles, we have mixed pairings of, for Thailand, Napathom Thuengsuk and Jiraporn Paganpalang.
That'll do.
Versus Singapore's Shane Egeland and Che Bello. I do apologise for any mispronunciation.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Shane who's pronounced.
Very good.
As we start this first hole for this 9-hole, it's a pool game. It's a round one pool game, this one. So it's only 9 holes. But we're starting on hole 8. It's a par 4. It's 218 metres. It's up and around and down this hill and basket off to the left. And this one's ringing a bell straight away.
Yep, you got the double Mando off the...
Is that a puttable basket, Claire?
First shot. It looks pretty puttable to me. So yeah, we've got a double Mando here, which is the first hurdle to get past. And Thuengsuk has not managed to clear the Mando. I think he's going to be throwing from the drop zone.
You see a turned over forehand from Shane.
He snuck through, I think.
Yes, he has.
Yep. Emily Wong for Singapore in the singles. Giving it some decent air and hasn't quite made it up there, so that will be good to go for shot 2.
Now Chindaprom from Thailand.
This is also for singles. Usually the singles players go first, but I think they're just testing us here.
Oh wow, that looks good. Ooh, was it missed?
I'm not sure if it missed or if it's just short. Wong for her second shot.
Now, Huss, you were playing at this event. Did you want to just explain to the viewers the concept of match play and how it might differ from stroke play?
Yes. So with match play, you're playing every hole. You're playing to win a hole, not the overall score for the round. So you're just counting your strokes, and whoever gets the disc in the basket in the fewest strokes wins that hole. You only play until one team has scored more than the other team can catch up to. That was a bit of a garbled explanation. But yeah, you'll see it unfold.
Yeah, you score 1 if you win the hole. That's simple.
Yeah, but the overall winning the matchup. Basically, you can tie a matchup, you can win or you can lose.
Yeah, so, and for those of you who keen to follow along with the scoring, up in the top Right-hand side of player's name box, you'll see A/S. That stands for or means all square because the battle is all square at the moment, so neither team is in front. And the little black says fourth at the moment. Tab that pops out tells you which number shot the player is throwing currently. So that allows you to keep on top of. This is obviously the doubles battle for their third. Now they're just alternating. They do have to name or nominate the person off the tee before the day's play begins. Is that right?
Yep, you have to nominate and you have to have roughly even. So for a 9-hole matchup, which this is, you'd nominate one player to make 5 tee shots and the other to make 4 tee shots.
Yep.
And you can't change that during the match. So you might see a female player teeing off for one hole and for one team, and the other team might have a male player teeing off for that hole. You just generally make those decisions based on which person on your team you think will nail that hole best.
Yep. Does it ever come down to the second shot at all?
It can do, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
On a par 4,
Yep.
possibly.
You might just want to say, hey, you're good at straight throws, get that out there, land it on the fairway, and I'll take care of that gnarly next shot.
And in a 9-hole round, there has to be a split of 5 and 4. There can't be any more disparity than that.
That's right.
All right, we clarified that eventually. Back to the action.
If there's any viewers still there, then
Long look there for Thuengsuk.
Kamonchanok making her 6th throw on this hole. She gets it under the basket.
And the doubles pairing picking up there. They've had enough. As they go one up, Singapore against Thailand there. And to tie the hole for Emily Wong. Oh yes, sneaks it in. So the singles battle remains.
Ray's tied.
Yep.
As the ladies have probably got the arm nice and warm after that hole. We move along now to the second hole here, which is typical hole 9. Par 3, a little more easy, I think. Apart from this OB scrape screen on the left here, which may come into play for the shorter arms, but you've got enough space on that right-hand side to navigate pretty safely. There is no OB on the right-hand side, is there, Huss?
Not that I remember, no.
Just a gazebo.
A gazebo and a portaloo.
Yeah, a couple of portaloos and a stink pile that might come into play though.
Well, we've seen that on certain other videos. I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, nice rip.
Yeah, I like the way Chindaprom releases.
Yep, she looks like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, a friend of mine visited Thailand semi-recently and said there's a half-decent disc golf scene. You wouldn't typically associate Thailand with disc golf as an Australian. We typically associate Thailand with cheap beer and cigarettes. And great tourism, of course. Very hospitable people, Thai land folk. But yeah, disc golf on the up in Thailand.
Koh Samui, I understand.
Yeah. Koh Samui has a course.
Get off.
Ooh.
Oh, bad luck.
Snuck onto the OB.
Yeah, even more reason for the Aussies to get to Thailand now.
Not just the exchange rate.
No way. Cool little bucket hat here from Shane.
Jeez, he's got that whippy forehand, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ended up on just 1 foot then when he released.
Emily Wong for a second.
I think a couple of the Singapore players are have more experience with ultimate. They only had recently taken up disc golf in the lead up to the World Team Championships. So they did a lot of learning on this in this championships, and had a great time.
And as a ultimate frisbee / disc golf convert, how long does it take before you actually start to get a grasp on the game or the way it's played or things like that? I mean, it's different shot types you have to work on. Surely you got to work on your distance a little bit more. Or
Yeah, it's mostly just adjusting to the different, the way the discs sort of behave. So, with Ultimate, you've only got the one disc that you throw all the time. Just get used to that one. It's very understable. So when you switch over to disc golf, it's, everything feels more stable. Even the understable discs feel more stable than an Ultra Star. And obviously there's, the basket is not going to move to catch your disc. So you have to get over that for a little while.
Oh.
And Kamonchanok there.
Nice bit.
Really going at that one.
But yeah, it's typically the nose up. Ultimate players tend to hook the disc up into the air a bit too much. You have to make that adjustment.
I suppose, from a fitness point of view too, it's different fitness levels, different sort of. No, I mean it's different. It's more your power sport.
Different
golf.
fitness
Yeah.
components, I think.
Yeah, fitness components. That's
Yep.
what I'm looking at. More of your power sort of 1 to 2 seconds sort of work rather than sort of all round fitness is not really required, is it?
No, that's right.
Definitely not.
That's why we play.
Yeah, it is. It is. Very accommodating to the cripples of disc golf. No, it's it's frustrating how quickly the Ultimate players come in and pick it up, though. As someone who never played Ultimate myself, as we go into the third hole here. Yep, I'm not being corrected. I'll stick with that. It's original hole 1. It's a par 4. We've seen this one a few times on our World Teams coverage now. You come out, you want to get the disc moving left to right, and then the inside gap is the nearest gap, but you do have 2 gaps that you can use to access the bucket, which is placed next to a tee pad, which I just love. It's a bit of a novelty.
Emily comes close to nailing that gap. Just gets pulled out at the midway point.
Yeah, nice smooth shot there from Kamonchanok.
He might only have a forehand, Shane Egeland. I think we've seen a backhand yet, have we?
That's the ulti toss.
It does look a bit of
Off the other foot.
an ulti toss.
Yeah, when you bring the disc from sort of high up and then flick it down.
Yeah. They're all struggling to clear this first gap. They have all struggled.
Oh, hello, tree.
Yeah, it's a frustrating game, Em. Do you pronounce it Che Bello?
I would say it's Shay.
Let's go with Che.
Nicely out by Shay.
She really gets that off arm. Throwing it forward too, doesn't she, Emily?
Yeah, she's toying with... Is that OB over there?
It looked like it. Ooh, a little bit of variation.
Much time with the other team, so I guess I'll ask more directly: is did you get to spend much time with the Singaporeans or the Thailand players?
Great Britain played against Singapore. That was our opening match. So we spent however long that match took with them. But I didn't see them around much. We hung out at the Mundaring Golf Clubhouse a little bit after matches, but it just kind of depended on, what time you finished your match and
Where everyone was staying.
yeah, there's quite a fair distance between accommodation out that way. So yeah, people sort of went off to find their feed and get a rest. They were pretty packed days, especially in these early rounds where you're playing multiple matches a day. and rushing around trying to get to your next match on the large course.
And were there many social events held at night time where all the teams could sort of hang out and commingle there?
Yeah, there were a couple of events. Every night there was an event that you could attend. Yeah.
Awesome. Were some teams taking it a little more seriously than others?
I would imagine so, yes.
Some teams staying out a little later than others were?
That's always the way, isn't it? These big
Oh yeah,
gatherings.
that's half the reason everyone does it.
See M here throwing her fifth. Really leaning on that MVP disc.
You guys are next to each other.
I don't think it's a glitch. Looked a bit too stable. Definitely one of their putters though. Team Thailand here needs to hit this gap.
Ooh,
Has to be right.
Looks like a forehand to me, yeah.
Emily cracking out the forehand. Get around this
A little bit of outside in.
foliage
Take
on the
some
left.
sort of flex.
No, little bit of outside in, not bladed.
They're really leaning on this disc. I'd love to know what it is.
Oh, not like that.
And this thrown on that occasion.
Yep. A little gap there for Chindaprom. Whoop.
Take two.
Little gap there for Chindaprom. There we
Nicely
go.
done.
As Shay here. It's a little toss.
There you go.
Emily's got a few barriers in her way, but she managed to slice
she
through.
get through. That's not the way I would have gone. But yeah. Yep, landing it on the flat there.
Nice safe layup there to. She knows. I think she's got a shot over Emily. Need to push it too hard.
Yeah, a little frisbee toss there from Shane. There's definitely some ultimate roots starting to show in his game, isn't there?
Oh, good bid there.
Yeah, seldom backhand.
Having a good time is Emily Wong, isn't she?
Yeah. Enjoying herself.
All right. Thailand needed that one.
And so the doubles pairing of Singapore remain 2 holes up as we're through 3 now. We're on to traditional hole 2, which is hole 4 is a par 4. 152 metres, so another gap to get out here for the teams. Out into this open field. And you guessed it. We're heading back into the trees. It's not too far in, but you want to land in the right spot, don't you?
Certainly do. And it's a bit of an uphill journey, this hole. So that adds to the distance somewhat.
Could be a nomad she's throwing. It's really bothering me. I don't know.
I think it's, it looks like a mid-range, doesn't it?
A mid-range or a putter. Could be a hex. Yeah. Anyway.
Let us know in the comments if you know.
Yeah, MV peeps.
The Maddie can
As Eagle refers to all the gyro throwers.
Thuengsuk lining up. Smashes forehand through.
Oh, yes. Got onto that one. Yeah, good little bit of flex on that, Shane.
Thank you.
you play any of your matches on the kangaroo layout there, Huss?
Yes, I did. Don't try and get me to remember what all the layouts were called and what number holes they were and
What's your
which
favourite
hole I was
hole on the
supposed to
kangaroo
start on. But yeah, they split up the normal courses that they call, I think, Mundaring and Worlds layouts. They split them up into smaller sub-courses and then split them up again. So they had some courses like from hole 1 to 3 and then skipping a few holes, and yeah, I was confused most of the time and just following my teammates around to make sure I got to the right starting tee.
Yeah, it sounds like the TD would have had to been on the ball here.
Emily pulls out a knife to get out onto the fairway.
Yeah, she's been in the trees 3 shots there. She just wanted to get out. As her opponent makes her way up for her 3rd. And she's well out, so
Yeah, nice straight shot.
definitely advantaged Thailand in this stage of the singles battle, but the other way around in the doubles. As Paganpalang have her second after that beautiful forehand from Thuengsuk.
It's a really nice
It
route.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all Bello needs to do is give Shane Egeland a look at the basket there and just cannot miss the trees at the moment. And that's a lovely little approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, massive event. Should probably pay homage to our main event sponsors, the Western Australian Department of Local Government, Sport and Culture Industries, affectionately known as the DLGSC.
Right.
Event management and training, volunteer packages, competition equipment, medical staff, website costs, event signage,
Oh,
Oh dear.
services.
that was very close to a massive throw-in.
Very close.
That would have
A
been
rare backhand from.
So the
Egeland.
DGLSC, they don't call them Digglesec anymore.
I'm not sure.
Emily Wong's just trying to find her way through however she can at the moment.
Learning all the new shots, rollers.
Yep, nice shape on that. Good approach.
Yeah, a bit of on-the-job training here for Emily by the looks of things. Yeah, the Shire of Mundaring.
Oh, yes. Good putt.
I'm going to start trying to shout out the sponsors more. Something cool happens.
That was a beauty.
So to go in 5, and you'll have to say that'll be another hole in the direction of Thailand there in the singles.
Push.
And the doubles by the look of it.
Yeah, peg one back there.
So yeah, singles moves to 2 up for Thailand. As we get to the 5th hole in this 9-hole, so we're halfway point. This is hole 3. It's a par 4, 172 metres. This one looks dangerously uphill.
Yeah, it's actually a bit deceptive on the camera, I think. It's you're coming out of those trees with a bit of a downhill drop and then just cruising round and it slopes back into the trees again.
Yes, I remember this one now. That was with the gap. That one right there.
Very
Piped
nicely
it.
piped. Yes.
Beautiful. That's better than some of the guys did it in the Norway
Oh, better than
Estonia match.
better than all of them, I think. And
Majority of the way out.
Ooh,
No, not
sh-
quite.
nearly snuck through. She doesn't have much work left though.
So Bello to the tee after that massive putt.
She's found a gap too.
Yeah, she has. Got a nice release on it, Che Bello. Nice name too.
Very nice name. Very, almost sounds Italian, doesn't it, Bello?
Oh, that's
Oh, nice punch.
lovely.
Ideal. Yeah, so a quick shout out to the Shire of Mundaring, who are also an event sponsor there, and they were huge supporters of the Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, which was one of the event partners.
Can't do it without local council, Matty. You just can't.
Oh, we know very well. Victorian councils. You like getting blood from a stone sometimes, trying to sell disc golf to them. Oh, he's got some power on that forehand,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
No, it's very whippy. A little bit nose up that one, but should stop just at the mouth there. So really nice shot by Shane. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Shanae.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Oh,
Oh, you've got
taken.
herself a galah.
Almost as good as a birdie.
Oh, that one's an
Ah. Yeah, he's found the trees. It's pretty sticky over there.
Oh, yeah.
There's not many ways out.
It's the best thing about playing doubles. When you throw a shank, you don't have to recover yourself. You take someone else down with you, don't you? Well, that's
Yeah.
for a nice rip from Wong.
Yep, she's made 2 good rips in a row. The last one was
Yep.
doing some more sponsorship acknowledgements.
Yeah, okay. Hint, hint. That was going to say that was probably her best pull of the round.
I went up. Sorry.
I wish I reacted like that when I hit a tree. She says a bit of a laugh to herself. Maybe it's delirium.
No problem. I'll put you in the position.
Okay, bit of a wall of trees facing Team Thailand here. Switches to the forehand.
He hasn't got a bad forehand.
That was a
No,
good
that's
switch.
That's a yeah, much better than the backhand we've done, I think.
Shot chain.
And trying to get as close as she can to that rad basket. And speaking of rad, sponsors of the event, Chris Finn, Andrew Ferguson, designed and directed build of both 18-hole courses, donated many hours of labour and expertise to building the world course and training and upskilling the MSC DG members in course building during 2024. So much work's gone into this, and rad were a huge part of that. The entire MSC original course design and build was donated by Chris to the club.
Donated. Wow.
Big old heart on him, Chris Finn.
Emily had a chance to take the hole.
Yep, and so she'll have a shot to tie it now. Pick up.
Oh, yeah, I think she missed a chance.
So she goes 2 down now. And Singapore a chance to win another. So 2 up, so it's 2 the difference each way. The 6th hole in this battle is hole 4, which is a par 460 metres. Now we know this one, you've got to get up and around about here is a good place to land because if you don't get that landing right and you've got a difficult entry, it's not going to go well for you. Am I right in saying that? Huss.
Certainly are. Yeah, you're just going to add another stroke on if you don't get up there.
Nail your shots, I'm told.
Yeah, nail the shots and everything will be easy.
And that's... I'm not going to get all the way out, but it's in the right direction.
Yeah, but tucked in on the left, so she'll have to come out and around to the right again. Shane failed to attack the uphill. Well, he did attack the uphill, but didn't.
very, very directly.
He attacked nothing but the uphill.
Yep. Failed to compensate for the uphill.
Yep. Now, first of our second shots is to Chindaprom.
There looks to be more trees than gaps in that shot. Tough lie.
And that is talking about tough lies. Yep. Ooh, high highs. I like it.
Yeah, really going to attack that
And
corner.
good spot. Have you got far enough around, do you think? Is this a roller? It is. Look at this.
Come on.
It's stable. It wasn't bad.
Yep, that should give him a nice look to approach the gap.
Nice, thank you.
Finally away from some trees.
So there is no Mandos to get around here. It's just thick forest you're getting around.
There is a Mando on that entrance to the
Okay.
tunnel.
Oh, there
It's
is
just on the
back
right hand side.
Yep.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could, if you were crazy,
Mm-hmm.
go straight through.
Yes, you could go bush bashing through there.
Yep.
Choose. Yep. Or over the top. Off the tee pad if you had some very crazy power.
Death wish.
Yep. That's a very nice up.
Yeah, I'll get you down there.
Mm-hmm.
So Shane Egeland for the 5th for Singapore. And geez, he's given that a nice run. Good tree. Good tree for Wong.
Almost like she meant it. Touchy lob shot there, right under the bucket. Yeah, big putt here.
Thuengsuk to win the hole.
For Thailand.
Looks to have good putting form, doesn't he? Oh.
Little high. Needed that one.
In for 6 for Emily. This one's still all tied up. Tied up for that hole.
Yep.
So that's a pick up. And finally, Thailand player choosing not to pick up the Singapore player's disc there. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but yes, Shane was sort of like, oh, I'll get it myself then, I suppose.
Now
Anyway.
this tricky little normal hole 5. It's downhill shot with OB long and pretty much surrounding the basket with the sand scrape OB on the left as well. Chindaprom lays it out there nicely on the right, but a little bit too testy in the trees. She might have just snuck back in bounds.
Yeah, I reckon that was
I reckon
very
it
kind.
is, yeah.
Emily's got a possible nomad in her hands again.
Anode could be an Ion. Envy.
Yep, she's come up short of the sand scrape, so that's nice and safe. Thuengsuk.
Very nice.
It's OB.
That's right.
You see the backhand of Shane.
Nice and wide. Misses the trees
Oh, that's
and
pretty good.
absolutely
That's
nails
quite
it.
So a few minor sponsors for shout out here. Sunset Coast Disc Golf Club. What do we know them for, Jace?
T-shirts, jerseys, something like that.
Eye-catching t-shirts.
Yeah.
I still need to pick myself up one there. They gave a lot of support and offered volunteers to the event, so props to them, as well as the Perth Disc Golf Club for their support and supplication of volunteers.
Get down. Oh,
Ooh.
bother.
Paganpalang had to take that from the drop zone after her teammate threw OB. She gave it a good run, but has ended up OB again. Emily in
Good
for
par there
par.
for Emily.
Yeah.
A good par for both of our singles players there. Oh, and pick up is the call from the Thai team again. Is this a strategy for them?
Yeah, so they don't get in there putting with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most probably.
There you go. Next hole on this course. This is straight through the woods. It's a par 4. It's 152 metres of just this
Mm-hmm.
and not much else. There's
I'll
a couple of grass trees at the end, but really it is just this for 152 metres, and then there's a basket all of a sudden.
the sicko in me loves watching this one. Lots of score separation. And there's a car on the
Oh.
course. Luckily hit the brakes in time. Hope that didn't put old Kamonchanok off there.
I mean, they've both done pretty well not to kick off right or left.
Yeah, so there's 2 up, 2 to play. So
Good toss from Shay there.
unless the Thai team can do something on this hole, this doubles battle will be over. And the same with the singles. Emily needs to win the hole. A draw won't do it.
Nice one, Em.
And that's not a bad shape.
Nice bit of Annie. Oh, that was an unfortunate stump.
It was, wasn't it?
No kick for you. Oh.
Very whippy, that forehand.
Such a whip.
Oh,
Reminds me of Chris Hill's forehand.
It is very Chris Hill, isn't it? The way he sort of comes down underneath.
Yep. Sort of scoop throw.
Lots of elbows.
Yes.
Almost a little painful to watch.
Oh, that's a good tree kick. He gets a little bit of power on that Thuengsuk.
oh, tree.
Lacing that tree. Chindaprom really just needs to follow Emily up the fairway here, doesn't she? And just, that's the match play.
Yep.
Part of this, the way this is played is just, if you're in front, just... In soccer, they call it parking the bus. But I reckon it's almost the same strategy. Just follow them up the fairway. Do exactly what they do.
Have you ever heard of a company called Radlink, guys?
Radlink.
Radlink.
No.
Radlink.
Maddie, tell me about Radlink.
Well, you're about to hear about them because they supplied 20 radio communication devices for the crew to work with.
Good on you, Radlink.
Nice one,
I
Em.
imagine our boy on the ground there, Kyle.
Ooh.
Got his hands on the Radlink devices. Hopefully they got them back. We love you, Kyle. Okay, back to the action here. 4th throw there for Kamonchanok.
Little hyzer. Just get up there however you can at this point, isn't it? So, like I said, at the start of this hole, there's 2 to play, and 2 is the difference in both of these encounters. Is that a good word for it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, unless something changes, all square's not going to do it for anyone.
Shane just parked his disc.
He certainly has.
And so is Chindaprom.
Yeah, so I would say that is...
I'm just clarifying the situation for
Yep.
him here.
Just about lights out
Oh.
for Emily Wong, but
Yep.
Change disc.
That's definitely a putter.
saying you pretty much have to throw this in.
She gave it a good whirl.
She did. She did give it a chance. And I'd say it's a similar story, and they're just talking that over now.
And you guys, Jay, if you want to put it in, go ahead.
So Chindaprom takes hers 3 up, and
There we go.
Bello putts to win the match. So
Very good, Matt. Very good, Matt.
Singapore go 3 up, 1 to play. In the doubles, and in the singles, it's the other way around. Thailand going 3 up, 1 to play.
Yeah, I'll have to split the difference there.
Absolute split straight down the middle. Good to see these nations battle it out at a tournament like this, because it's not something you usually see, is it?
No, I'd say disc golf would be a burgeoning sport in Singapore and Thailand. So there's the final scores there. The singles being taken down by Kamonchanok Chindaprom from Thailand. The team from Singapore, Shane Egeland and
Che Bello.
Che Bello getting the job done pretty convincingly in the end there.
Yep. So thank you very much for joining us. We've had an absolute blast watching this matchups from the World Flying Disc Federation's World Teams Disc Golf Championships. Thank you very much for joining us. And until you join us in our next video, I've been Jason Wiedner.
I've been Matty Faz.
Claire Hussey.
And we'll see you next time.